Take her blood immediately. If necessary, drain her entirely.
Evelyn never imagined her love would demand her lifeblood for his mistress. Weeks ago, she still hoped for a miracle. Holding the medical report, she hoped this child would melt Sawyer's heart, unaware of the curse to come.
Evelyn, should I address you as my wife now? Or should I refer to you as my stepmom?
But the dream became a nightmare. At his father's funeral, Sawyer arrived drunk and spiteful, disrespecting both the dead and his wife. Queena then destroyed Evelyn's reputation during the memorial service with a shocking accusation.
In actuality, Evelyn is Mr. Theodore Fowler's companion.
Sawyer instantly believed the lie, becoming his wife's most vicious accuser.
Evelyn, you really are shameless.
In a rage, Sawyer dragged Evelyn to his mother's portrait, intent on breaking her spirit.
Shut up. Affection is so genuine, but it's truly sickening to hear it from you. Kowtow.
Evelyn clutched her stomach in agony, but Sawyer mocked her pain, inflicting trauma where his own child grew.
It aches? Very well. Let me give you a small rub.
While Evelyn lay unconscious, the pure and virtuous Queena suggested a torture method straight out of a horror movie. She handed over acupuncture needles, pretending it was for Evelyn's own good.
Ha 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 ha. Queena just recalled to me. Rachel, it's your performance time.
The abuse took its toll. Even servants panicked at the blood as Evelyn's secret hope slipped away.
Endure it. You wretch.
Sawyer felt no regret for the pregnancy, accusing her of carrying his father's child instead.
You wretch. While I was away, you flirted with my father and conceived his child. Shame on you.
Alone with Evelyn, Queena admitted her hatred was born from a rotting jealousy of everything Evelyn had.
It's not my doing. Well, in what manner am I beneath you? Why did that foolish man select you to wed his son? I can't erase the expression of contempt he showed me. Starting that day, I repeatedly told myself I have to reclaim all that is rightfully mine.
Queena faked a crisis, and Sawyer ordered doctors to drain Evelyn dry, ignoring her own life-threatening miscarriage.
Release me! Sawyer, I'm carrying your baby. Do you truly want to harm your own child?
Evelyn lost her child, but Sawyer demanded she crawl up stone steps to pray for Queena. As her love for him dies, a dark secret about his mother surfaces. Will she use it to burn the Fowlers down? The game begins.
As I stated, if anything occurs to Queena, you'll forfeit your life. Ascend the mountain and pray. Starting now, you have to live like a dog. Now go home, kneel in front of my mother's portrait, and keep vigil for her spirit.
Sawyer's thirst for vengeance brought Evelyn to the cold floor of the Fowler estate. He didn't care about her grief or her lost child. He only wanted her to kowtow like a dog before his mother's portrait to pay for her alleged sins. But Evelyn was done. The woman who once trembled at his voice now looked him in the eye with a coldness that froze his blood, declaring the one thing he never thought she'd dare: a total divorce.
Evelyn, I'm sorry for being late. You've been through a lot.
Mauricio Moore burst in, not to negotiate, but to take his sister back to a family that valued her. Sawyer watched in silence as his property was shielded by the Moores, leaving him alone with his rage. At the Moore Manor, Madame Moore prepared to crush the Fowlers.
Inform the Fowler family right away. Our whole Moore family will do everything necessary to destroy them.
Ignoring pleas for caution, the matriarch crowned Evelyn as the next leader of the Moore legacy.
Mauricio, alert all the prominent families in Dragon City that in 7 days, we'll throw a huge welcome back celebration for Evelyn, and I'll appoint Evelyn the family leader at the celebration.
Evelyn was no longer a victim. She was being forged into a weapon, and her first target was the man who thought he had broken her. A week later, Sawyer obsessed over finding Evelyn, unable to accept she had vanished from his grasp.
Locate her. There's no way she'll be able to. Get away from me.
His frustration boiled over at the slightest change in his environment. When he found his private quarters rearranged, he saw it as a violation of the only space where Evelyn's ghost still lingered.
Didn't I tell you? Nobody was permitted to handle anything in my room. What happened to the original picture?
Queena had tried to erase Evelyn's presence by throwing away her photos, but her heartless move only served to trigger Sawyer's most violent protective instincts. Queena tried to play the victim, hoping to use her fear to crawl back into Sawyer's bed. But Sawyer's patience was wearing thin. He didn't want her comfort, he wanted control.
Cheryl, post someone to stand guard, just outside her room. If anyone neglects their duty, you will be held responsible.
Sawyer claimed to hate Evelyn, yet her memory haunted him, his anger growing while she remained free.
Every time I see her, the anger in my heart increases. A little bit more.
At the gala, Sawyer maintained his arrogant facade, snapping at anyone who asked about his personal life.
Which publication or station do you represent? If you can't inquire correctly, keep quiet.
But the gala took a sharp turn when Mauricio Moore arrived, with a mysterious, stunning woman. Sawyer's heart skipped a beat as he recognized the face he had been hunting for weeks.
Go on, shout if you're brave enough. You're my spouse. I can do anything I please with you.
He dragged her away, determined to reclaim his property. Sawyer pinned her, demanding the truth about his mother, but Evelyn only laughed at his blindness.
You're conceited and believe you're omniscient. You've been tricked? Are you unaware?
Her words were like poison, suggesting that the man who thought he knew everything was actually the biggest fool in the room. Queena spewed more lies, but the new Evelyn defended herself with a sharp slap.
Queena, pay attention. I am not a person you can trifle with.
The slap echoed through the hall, a sharp warning that the days of Evelyn being a punching bag were officially over. Sawyer stepped in to protect his mistress, his ego bruised by Evelyn's sudden strength. He threatened to unleash a media firestorm that would bury her name forever, unless she surrendered.
Get on your knees and beg my forgiveness immediately. Otherwise, I'll contact the news reporters.
The crowd waited for the opening dance, fully expecting Queena to take the stage as Sawyer's future bride. Sawyer stood ready to gloat, but Old Man Wiggins had a different plan for the evening's guest of honor.
Okay, I shan't keep you anticipating any longer. I'll be inviting Evelyn Moore to grace the stage for the opening dance.
Sawyer watched in shock as Evelyn was led to the stage as the star of the night. Queena prepared to humiliate Evelyn. Sawyer watched, realizing he'd already lost.
You witch? How could you strike me?
As the music stops and the stakes rise to tens of millions, Sawyer finds himself unable to look away from his ex-wife. But Evelyn isn't there to dance. She's there to settle a debt. Queena tries to play the victim, but Evelyn's hand is faster than her lies, delivering a slap that echoes through the ballroom. Evelyn's warning is cold and final. She is no longer the woman Sawyer can break with a word. If Queena continues her games, the consequences will be far worse than a bruised cheek.
Understand this. I filed for the divorce.
Queena tried to ruin Evelyn's name, but Evelyn revealed a truth that cut deeper than any insult. Evelyn was the one who chose to leave the Fowler nightmare. Queena framed Evelyn for an accident. Blinded by bias, Sawyer unleashed his rage on the woman he claimed to hate.
Do you believe I'm foolish? No one would purposely inflict such a grave injury on their own heads.
Sawyer's verdict is instant. He ignores Evelyn's defense, choosing instead to believe the lies of the woman bleeding in his arms. Sawyer turned Evelyn into a blood bank for Queena.
Didn't I warn you? If something happens to her, you'll forfeit your life. From this moment on, you're her lifeline.
Evelyn's screams for mercy fall on deaf ears. Sawyer watches with a cold indifference as the needles are forced into her arms, draining her dry to save his mistress. Even as Evelyn grows pale and weak, Sawyer's thirst for punishment isn't satisfied. He demands she feel remorse for a crime she didn't commit, using her physical pain to try and break her spirit.
Continue drawing blood until Queena awakens.
He is willing to take every drop she has, uncaring if Evelyn survives the night, as long as Queena opens her eyes. Once Sawyer is out of sight, Queena's mask of weakness slips. She reveals the hidden blood bags in the tubes, gloating about how easily she manipulated Sawyer's hatred. She knows Sawyer will never believe Evelyn because he chooses to loathe her.
Evelyn! And let me tell you something. You won't outwit me. Do you understand why Sawyer doesn't trust you? Because he loathes you. Regardless of how persuasively you talk, he'll opt to disregard it.
Evelyn can only watch in horror, as the depth of Queena's depravity is laid bare. The truth is right there, but it's buried under Sawyer's mountain of prejudice. Mauricio Moore stormed the hospital to find his sister, but Sawyer tried to block his path.
Mauricio, this area is restricted. Kindly depart.
The two men faced off as family tensions reached a breaking point. Evelyn collapsed from blood loss, and panic finally flickered in Sawyer's eyes.
She's bled excessively. Her heart's not receiving adequate blood. We must attend to her promptly.
The woman he treated like an infinite resource is now at death's door, and for the first time, Sawyer realizes he might have gone too far. Sawyer found evidence of Queena's fake injury, realizing he had been played for a fool.
It was all a fabrication. You deceived me?
He loathes being lied to, yet the irony is that his own obsession with hating Evelyn made him the perfect victim for Queena's deception. Even after discovering the lie, Sawyer's pride won't allow him to apologize. He visits Evelyn's bedside not with flowers, but with threats, using her mother's safety as a leash to keep her under his thumb.
Evelyn, remain alive. The next time, you may not be so lucky.
He wants her alive only so he can continue to be the architect of her misery. Sawyer and Mauricio agreed to a lethal drag race. Arrogant as ever, Sawyer suggested removing the brakes.
Thrilling, but I have an even crazier notion. Let's disable the brakes and accelerate fully.
It's a suicide pact fueled by ego, with Evelyn's future hanging in the balance of a high-speed crash. The race ended with Mauricio's arrest. To save him, Evelyn was forced to deal with the devil.
Miss Moore, possessing wealth is futile. If you fail to acquire Mr. Sawyer Fowler's statement of understanding, Mr. Mauricio Moore will be indicted for murder.
Evelyn had to beg Sawyer for help. As she walked back into his trap, a new secret surfaced that could change everything.
Evelyn, implore me. You must utter. Sawyer, I beseech you to write a letter of understanding.
Evelyn has returned to the man who nearly destroyed her, desperate for the signature that will save her brother. But Sawyer Fowler isn't interested in mercy. He's looking for a price that will strip her of every last shred of pride. He stands before her, cold and immovable, waiting for the Moore heiress to break. He wants to hear the desperation in her voice, to see the woman who once looked down on him reduced to a beggar in his own office.
If she enjoys kneeling, allow her to.
When Evelyn knelt, Sawyer treated her submission as a spectacle, ordering her to stay on the floor. He left her there, a fallen queen, his hatred far from satisfied. The next morning, Sawyer made it clear her sacrifice meant nothing, only seeking her complete humiliation.
Fine. You believe I'm here? To be concerned about you? No. I'm here to watch you embarrass yourself. Evelyn, even if you get on your knees here, I'm not going to provide you the letter of understanding. Now leave this place.
He casts her out again, a cruel game of cat and mouse, where the mouse has nowhere left to run. Quina used Mauricio as leverage, forcing Evelyn into an unthinkable role as a servant.
Evelyn, wear this. Commencing today, you'll be the humblest maid in the residence. You shall please me, and only then will Sawyer present you with a letter of understanding.
The message is clear. To save her family, Evelyn must become the servant of the woman who stole her life.
In this line of work, you should expect a slap, whether the patrons are pleased or not. You might get slapped.
Evelyn's first day in the Fowler household begins not in the mansion she was forced to serve, but in the grime of a nightclub, still trapped in the uniform of her humiliation. Sawyer has traded her status for a price, delivering her to a manager who treats her like a broken toy. A sharp sting to the face serves as her brutal welcome to the underworld, proving that in Sawyer's world, her status as a Moore heiress is officially dead.
Gentlemen, at present we possess a new attractive woman. As usual, the top offerer obtains her.
The manager treats her like a prized heifer, parading her before a crowd of hungry wolves who see only a body to be bought. Evelyn stands frozen under the spotlight, a faceless commodity waiting for the highest bidder to claim what's left of her life. Men in the front row demanded to see the face behind the mask before bidding.
Amazing. A fantastic physique. Quickly, remove the head covering for us to observe.
Every leer is a fresh assault, but the real betrayal is knowing exactly who put her on this stage. The bidding war ignites instantly, with fortunes being tossed around as if she were a piece of fine art rather than a human being.
Okay. $30 million. Are there any higher offers? Very well, Mr. Mason. Vivian belongs to you now.
For $30 million, Evelyn is sold to a man named Mason, a predator who thinks his money has bought her soul along with her body. Mason immediately tried to force Evelyn into a compliance she wasn't ready to give.
Damn it, quit playing innocent! I paid $30 million, and now you're claiming you don't drink?
She realizes that in this den of vice, her refusal is just another form of entertainment for the man who bought her. As Mason grows more aggressive, a familiar shadow falls over the room. Sawyer Fowler hasn't just sent her here. He's come to watch the show.
Mr. Mason, she's fantastic. Congratulations.
He smiled, congratulating the man pawing at his wife. Sawyer encouraged Mason to break her spirit.
It's much more enjoyable when she's imbibing. If she's intoxicated, you can do anything you please with her.
He hands her the glass like a poisoned chalice, demanding she choose between his mercy or Mason's lust. While Evelyn is being auctioned off, the Moore family finally realizes their golden goose has vanished, sparking a panic that's more about money than love.
So why aren't you departing to look already? If you don't locate Evelyn, don't even trouble returning.
The matriarch's fury is a ticking clock, but some members of the family are secretly hoping the clock runs out. Among the searchers was a snake, praying Evelyn would never return.
Fool. I'm not squandering time on that. She had best not ever return. Then there's no one remaining to contend with me for the estate.
To them, Evelyn's life was just a barrier to an inheritance. Fate brought Evelyn face to face with her treacherous relative in the club.
My stomach feels terrible. I'm finished. I'm leaving.
The coward flees at the sight of her, terrified that his guilt will be exposed before he can secure his prize. Mason's patience evaporated as Evelyn struggled against his brute force.
Who in the world is it now?
Just as the nightmare reaches its peak, the door bursts open, and the man who put her there suddenly decides the game has gone far enough. Sawyer's rescue is just another form of capture, as he drags her away only to remind her that he still owns her.
You refuse to sleep with me, correct? Well, I'm going to have you tonight.
He claims her not out of love, but out of a possessive rage that burns hotter than his hatred. While Sawyer and Evelyn clashed, Quina prepared for the final kill.
Degrade her first, then end her life. I'll make certain Evelyn meets a dreadful end.
The trap is being set, and this time, there won't be any rescue from the Fowler mansion. Even the other women in the club sense Evelyn's vulnerability, turning on her like sharks in blood-filled water.
Listen up. Starting now. Maintain your distance from Mr. Sawyer Fowler.
Cornered by Sawyer's relentless pursuit, Evelyn reaches for the only weapon she has left, a lie that will cut him to the core.
Release me! Sawyer, remember, I belong to your father. Let me be honest with you. I wed you. Solely to get near your father.
She spits the words out like venom, hoping to drive him away even if it means confirming his worst suspicions. Evelyn's defiance led to new danger as hands grabbed her from the shadows.
Hey, get off of me. Sawyer! Sawyer, assist me.
In terror, she screamed for the man who wanted her gone. Sawyer heard her screams, but his heart remained frozen.
You disrespected me, wronged my mother, and were intimate with my father. Now you anticipate my assistance? Confound it. I won't assist you.
He turns his back on her, convinced that his vengeance is finally complete as he leaves her to her fate. Evelyn was dragged into the dark by men paid to ruin her.
As directed by the employer, let's target her first and ruin her. Just comply, so you avoid suffering.
She tries to use her name as a shield, but these men know that the Moore family name is no longer a threat. The true horror is revealed when the kidnappers name the man who signed her death warrant.
Sawyer? That explains his departure. Release me. 014-633, 015-899. Sawyer, Sawyer, I will come back to haunt you.
The thought that Sawyer ordered this hit shattered her heart. Dragged toward the abyss, Evelyn's despair turned into a hard flame of hatred.
Release me. 014-633, 015-899. Sawyer, Sawyer, I will come back to haunt you.
She vanished into the night, leaving a curse that would soon haunt Sawyer.
Hey, release her.
Evelyn's disappearance into the night wasn't the end, but the spark for a brutal reckoning. As the kidnappers prepare to finish her off, a man who swore to destroy her suddenly appears as her savior. Sawyer Fowler crashes through the door, his rage finally directed at someone other than his wife. He fights like a man possessed, but he's not the only one coming for her. The hero act is a second too late to fix the damage he's already done. Mauricio whisked Evelyn to safety, leaving Sawyer alone. The rescue earned him no forgiveness, only a reminder that he had lost her.
Evelyn, you need to continue living well. Everything you owe me, I will reclaim it all.
Sawyer realized Quina was behind the kidnapping. He made it clear that touching Evelyn was now a death sentence.
If you harm Evelyn again, without my consent?
While Sawyer struggled, Evelyn returned home. The Moores crowned her a queen, with Grandma Mia putting the family's full power behind her.
Following tomorrow, Evelyn, you'll be the most respected woman in Dragon City.
The welcome back banquet becomes a stage for the ultimate role reversal. Sawyer arrives expecting his usual seat of honor, but the Moore family has prepared a special kind of hell for him, a seat in the corner like an uninvited beggar.
Mr. Fowler, our young mistress, reserved a seat for you personally. There it is.
His pride was shattered as he realized he no longer held the power. Quina, unable to handle the humiliation, tries to take her rage out on the staff. She thinks her connection to Sawyer still gives her power, but even the guards know the tide has turned against the Fowlers.
You idiot! How dare you mock the most prominent man in Dragon City? Who gave you the audacity to do that?
Her desperate attempt to maintain status only makes her look more pathetic as the security shuts her down. Evelyn made a grand entrance, silencing Quina with a revelation that left Sawyer in total shock.
Mr. Fowler, have you overlooked who I am? I'm your stepmother. Why don't you greet me?
With one sentence, she climbed above him in the hierarchy, turning his world upside down. Quina tried one last lie, but Evelyn revealed a heritage that made the Fowler wealth look like pocket change.
Ever since I graduated from university, I've been concealing the fact that I'm from a wealthy family. In order to interact with friends, I was concerned they would feel inadequate.
The revelation hit Sawyer like a physical blow, realizing the woman he treated like trash was the most powerful person in the room all along. Evelyn delivered a physical receipt for every lie and every drop of blood spilled in the Fowler house.
This slap is for your ungratefulness. This slap is for disseminating false rumors. This slap is for your malicious heart.
Quina is left reeling, her face stinging with the reality that her reign of terror is officially over. The final blow isn't a slap, but a total severance. In front of the city's elite, Evelyn cuts the last tie that binds her to the man who let her suffer, declaring a war that will only end when one of them is destroyed.
Today, before all the esteemed guests, I'm terminating my marriage with Sawyer.
Sawyer is left standing alone, his reputation in tatters as his wife becomes his most dangerous enemy. Driven to the edge by Evelyn's rise, Quina finds a new ally in the shadows. Long Haotian offers her a throne built on Sawyer's downfall, and she's more than willing to betray the man she once claimed to love.
Sawyer, you loathe me, correct? Then I'll usurp your position?
The Fowler family is running from the inside, and Quina is ready to be the one who cuts out the heart. Amidst the brewing war, a softer tragedy unfolds. Grandma Mia's health is failing, and her final wish is to see Evelyn safe in the arms of a man who actually deserves her, pushing her toward a future with Mauricio.
If I could entrust you to him, I would experience serenity.
Evelyn is torn between her duty to her family and a heart that has been too wounded to trust again. Sawyer crashed Mauricio's dinner and stole the ring, trying to sabotage a proposal he could never make himself.
I hurried out today and neglected to purchase one. Why don't you offer yours to me?
His possessiveness has become a pathetic display of power that no longer intimidates anyone. Sawyer's interference only strengthened Mauricio's resolve to offer Evelyn a future of protection.
I am Mauricio Moore. I pledge to cherish you throughout my life, and I will perpetually safeguard you. Will you be my wife?
As Evelyn looked at the ring, she faced a choice: a new life of peace or a bloody war.
Queena, I will dedicate my whole life, adoring, taking care of, and loving you. Will you be my wife?
Evelyn Moore stands at a crossroads, staring at Mauricio's ring while Sawyer's shadow still haunts her every move. But while she dreams of peace, Sawyer is busy staging a public performance of his own, offering a life of devotion to the very woman who destroyed Evelyn's happiness. Queena accepts with a smile that hides 1,000 lies, while Evelyn watches from the shadows, ready to close this chapter forever.
Miss Smith, you haven't returned my calls in days. Have you overlooked that we still have an agreement?
Queena thinks she's finally secured her place on the throne, but her past is already knocking on the door. Long Hao Tian appears like a ghost, reminding her that their secret deal is far from over. Sawyer's aunt caught Queena plotting. In a panic, Queena shoved the older woman down the stairs to silence her.
Release me. So you are attempting to confiscate the Fowler family's holdings. I'll ensure Sawyer, incriminate you, and send you to jail.
As Fu Yingying lies motionless, Queena realizes she needs a miracle or a scapegoat. Queena lured Evelyn into a trap using the ring that represented everything she had lost.
I'm Queena. Evelyn, proceed quickly to the Fowler residence and retrieve your ring.
Evelyn tries to act indifferent, but the bait is too personal. She heads straight into the lion's den. Evelyn found the unconscious aunt, but Sawyer and Queena burst in, framing her for the crime.
Aunt. It was you, wasn't it? You desired Aunt gone. Evelyn, how could you be so heartless?
Following a mysterious wedding invitation, Evelyn and Mauricio arrived to find an ice-cold welcome. Sawyer locked the exits, turning the ballroom into a cage.
Wait a moment. Security. Could you shut the door, please? No one is leaving.
In front of the city's elite, Sawyer stages his final revenge. He brings out his broken aunt, pointing the finger directly at Evelyn in a public execution of her reputation.
Evelyn snuck into my residence when it was empty and shoved my aunt down the staircase. She is currently unconscious.
Evelyn's pleas of innocence fall on deaf ears as the crowd begins to whisper. Sawyer demanded Evelyn grovel for mercy, threatening her with the same pain his aunt suffered.
Drop to your knees and beg my aunt's forgiveness. Then, just as you shoved her, I'll shove you.
Sawyer was obsessed with breaking Evelyn personally, forcing the proud heiress to kneel before everyone.
Kneel down. Get on your knees immediately.
A hidden video revealed Queena pushed the aunt. Sawyer's rage flipped, forcing Queena to roll down the same stairs.
Sawyer, listen to me. I didn't intend to do it. Aunt, I honestly didn't mean to do it. Aunt, I am truly sorry.
The truth is finally out, but the damage to Sawyer and Evelyn's bond is beyond repair. Queena was broken, but the shock came from her ally, Long Hao Tian, who revealed he sent the video.
Therefore, you shouldn't depend on men. Incidentally, I sent that video.
In the aftermath, Evelyn learned she was pregnant, tying her to the man who tried to destroy her.
It's been over 20 days. The baby's placement is ideal. Ensure you look after yourself. Just a brief reminder, if you lose the baby this instance, it'll be exceptionally challenging for you to have children again.
Sawyer happens to be at the same hospital and corners the doctor. When he hears the words "congratulations, you're going to be a dad," his world tilts. The woman he humiliated is carrying his heir.
This infant must be Sawyer's. Shortly I'm going to wed Mauricio. What am I supposed to do?
Evelyn told Sawyer their connection ended here.
Henceforth, I do not want to encounter you again.
Mauricio took her home, leaving Sawyer alone in the reign of his own mistakes.
I will accompany you to the hospital next time. Let's go. We should return home.
Sawyer watches his future disappear with another man. But will he truly let his child be raised by Mauricio? Or is he preparing one last, desperate grab for control that will burn everything down?
Mauricio, I've decided. I'm going to discontinue the pregnancy.
Sawyer's desperate grab for control might be too late, as Evelyn is already planning to erase him from her future entirely. While Mauricio offers to raise the child as his own, Evelyn believes a clean break is the only way to survive the shadow of the Fowler family. She has made a cold, final decision to end the pregnancy before the past can claim another victim.
I'm truly apologetic, grandmother. I cannot wed Evelyn any longer.
Mauricio dropped a bombshell, halting the Moore wedding plans. To protect Evelyn, Mauricio lied about a secret girlfriend. Grandma Moore's fury was instant, demanding penance.
Kneel down.
Grandma Moore refused to let Evelyn stand alone, announcing a search for a new husband that would shake the city.
Get the word out that My granddaughter requires a superb house husband.
Sawyer exhumed his father's grave, discovering a truth that turned his grief into a frantic hunt.
Could my father still be living?
Evelyn met Mrs. Hubbard and received a relic from her mother, leaving her questioning her entire bloodline.
This was your mother's possession. Now it belongs entirely to you.
The missing remains forced a truce between Sawyer and Evelyn as they realized they were both being hunted.
My father's remains were missing.
Who is the real traitor?
It's simple. Just eliminate the impediments. And then those three people could simply vanish. Leave it to me.